The night was unusually cold, and a thick fog wrapped the city streets as Aisha finished her long shift cleaning offices in a luxury hotel. Her feet ached, her hands burned from harsh chemicals, and all she wanted was to reach her tiny rented room before the last bus stopped running. As she took a shortcut behind the hotel, the smell of garbage filled the air. She pulled her worn shawl tighter around her shoulders and hurried forward, until something near the dumpsters made her freeze. At first she thought it was a pile of discarded clothes. Then she saw a hand move. A man lay on the wet ground, half hidden among trash bags, his once expensive suit ripped and stained with mud and blood. His face was bruised, his breathing shallow. The hotel lights shone faintly on a gold watch still clinging to his wrist, proof he didn't belong there. Aisha's heart pounded. People walked past the alley's entrance, laughing, talking, completely unaware, or unwilling to notice. She hesitated. Helping him could mean trouble. She had no money, no influence, no protection. But when she met his half-open eyes, fear and pain reflected back at her. She knelt beside him, ignoring the cold soaking through her clothes, and checked his pulse the way her late mother once taught her, still alive. With shaking fingers, Aisha borrowed a phone from a nearby security guard who clearly didn't want to get involved. She called an ambulance, then removed her only warm shawl and wrapped it around the stranger's shoulders. Rain began to fall, but she stayed, shielding him as best she could. Before the sirens arrived, the man stirred and whispered weakly, Zayn Malik. The name meant nothing to her then. All Aisha knew was that she couldn't leave another human being to be thrown away like trash, even if she herself felt just as forgotten by the world. 3 days passed, yet Aisha couldn't forget the man's bruised face or the way he had been left behind like something worthless. On her way home from work, she gathered the courage to visit the hospital whose name she had seen on the ambulance. She expected nothing, perhaps just peace of mind. What she found instead left her standing in shock. The hospital corridor buzzed with urgency. Security guards stood outside a private room and nurses whispered to one another. On a nearby television, a breaking news headline flashed, Missing business tycoon Zayn Malik found severely injured. Aisha's breath caught. The name echoed in her head. The man from the alley. Inside the room, Zayn Malik lay unconscious, surrounded by machines. Without the dirt and blood, his sharp features revealed a man used to power and control. Doctors explained to Aisha, assuming she was family, that Zayn had been attacked after refusing to sign away his company. His own partners had ordered him beaten and dumped, believing no one would care enough to save him. When Zayn finally woke, his first clear words surprised everyone. "Where is the girl?" he asked weakly. "The one who stayed." It took hours, but someone found Aisha sitting quietly in the hallway, ready to leave before causing trouble. When Zayn saw her, his eyes softened. He remembered the cold, the rain, and the warmth of her shawl. Gratitude filled his voice as he thanked her, not as a millionaire but as a man who had faced death alone. In the weeks that followed, Zayn reclaimed his life and his empire, exposing the betrayal that nearly killed him. But he never forgot Aisha. He paid for her education, helped her family, and offered her a job, one based on respect, not charity. As their paths intertwined, both realized that kindness had saved more than a life that night. It had rewritten two destinies forever.